Single parents, what's your best dating story? On my first date with Alex, I told her right away that I had a 5-year-old son. I always say it early because some people get weird about it. She smiled and said she didn't really know much about kids, but she was willing to learn. I took that as a polite way of saying she probably wasn't planning to stick around long, so I figured we'd just enjoy each other's company while it lasted. At the time, my son usually stayed with his mom on weekends, so Alex and I would meet for dinner, watch movies, or just walk around the city talking about random stuff. What I thought would be a few casual dates slowly turned into something more. Weeks passed, then months. Before I knew it, we'd been seeing each other for almost a year. The problem was that I was starting to really fall for her, but I kept remembering that first conversation about kids. I didn't want to drag her into a life she wasn't ready for, and I definitely didn't want my son getting attached to someone who might disappear later. One evening, Alex was over at my apartment, and we were cooking dinner together. Out of nowhere, my son's mom called and said she had to drop him off early because of an emergency at work. I panicked a little because Alex had never met him before. I tried to act casual about it, but inside I was already thinking this might be the moment everything falls apart. When my son walked in, he immediately noticed Alex standing in the kitchen. Kids are like that, curious about everything. Before I could explain anything, Alex knelt down, smiled, and said, "Hey buddy, I'm Alex. Do you like dinosaurs?" My son's eyes lit up instantly. Turns out Alex had been secretly reading kids' books and learning dinosaur names because she knew someday she might meet him. Within minutes, the two of them were sitting on the floor arguing about whether the T-Rex or the Triceratops would win in a fight. I just stood there in the kitchen watching them, completely stunned. Later that night, after my son fell asleep, I asked her why she'd gone through all that effort. She shrugged and said, "Well, if I'm going to date a guy with a kid, I should probably know how to keep up with him." That was 3 years ago. Now my son asks if Alex can pick him up from school sometimes, and honestly, I'm pretty sure the two of them gang up on me more often than not.